Lionel Messi won a World Cup in Qatar and chose to pay homage to the location of the triumph and show cultural respect to his hosts by adorning local dress. He wore a bisht whilst lifting the trophy, and predictably, Western press have gone mad. Just do me one favour, right? Have a look at this image. This image is up now. Right, so this image is Pele wearing a sombrero after winning the World Cup in 1970. That day, Brazil battered Italy 4-1. Pele scored the opener. He was the hero. It was his third World Cup. And he chose to wear a sombrero. Why? Presumably, for similar reasons that Lionel Messi has done so. To pay cultural respect to the location of the triumph. Nobody seemed to care about Pele wearing a sombrero, but heaven forbid, you wear Arabic dress and all of a sudden everybody is furious. To me, this is another clear example of how some of the criticism of Qatar 2022 is simply marinated in anti-Arabic sentiment. Look, I went to Qatar. I had a wonderful time there. I went there not knowing very much about the culture that I was there to embrace and there to learn about. And I came back having made friends. Friends from Argentina, friends from Qatar. But isn't that the point of a World Cup? We are supposed to embrace other cultures. We are supposed to learn about other cultures. And that is exactly what has happened here. 24 hours ago, I'd never heard of a bisht. Now, I have a very superficial understanding of it. Why are people angry at this? This World Cup for me, more so than any previously, has been about learning and improving myself while I find out about other cultures. While I realise that there are other cultures and other ideals that also have a shared similar love of football that we do. So we've got to ask, why are people being snide about Messi wearing a bisht? I think it's because we view it through only a Western prism. How is this going to be received in the Arabic world? Presumably through delight. It's always about our perception. I'm going to now show you a message that I received from my friend that I met in Qatar, who is Qatari, and let's appreciate his view on Messi wearing a bisht. So in England and presumably in other Western countries, everybody's livid. And we naturally assume that that is the right way to feel. But how has this been received in the rest of the world? Well, let's have a look. So like I was saying, the point of a World Cup, as well as being entertaining, pulsating, brilliant football, it's about learning, developing, improving. And that has been amplified at this World Cup more so than any. I had no idea what a bisht was. This morning, because of the furore regarding the bisht, I've been on YouTube trying to find out. And I found a video by a guy called Mr. Q, and the video is called, "What's a bisht and when do you wear one?" So in this very informative video, Mr. Q here explains that there are 3 occasions when you could potentially wear a bisht. One of them is getting married. Okay, that's not applicable here. Another one is if you're an official and you're going on an official visit. Okay, that's also not applicable here. The third one, however, on a special occasion. Potentially like winning a World Cup. So winning a World Cup in a country where you commemorate things that are special in a bisht, Lionel Messi has chosen to adopt such a stance. Is that not worthy of a round of applause? Is that not open-mindedness? Is that not tolerance on display? Why on earth are we looking at this through negativity? Why is the overarching feeling in the British press one of hostility to this? I think that this is openness. This is welcoming in other cultures. This is good news. But for some reason, this is being portrayed in a very negative way in this country. Do you know what? I never want to talk about politics on here. I am a football fan who loves football. The point of this channel is football. But we're being forced to constantly talk about politics. And it isn't right. But let's just do it briefly. Of course, we'd rather be talking about the brilliance of Kylian Mbappe, or the amazing achievements of Lionel Messi, or the wonderful contribution to the World Cup of Emi Martinez, who has changed the whole perception around penalty shootouts. Or where will Enzo Fernandez be playing next? Real Madrid, if you really want to know. But we're going to have to do a very brief dive into politics. So, of course, there are some things politically in Qatar that I don't agree with. Their laws around homosexuality do not chime with how I see the world. And of course, there were grave concerns with the workers' conditions that led to this World Cup. All of these questions need to be answered, but not by me, who is a football fan, or you, who writes about football. And yet it's constantly people like that who are asking these questions. Weirdly though, none of these questions are being asked regarding the next World Cup. The next World Cup is in America. Now, like Qatar, I adore America as a country, but their gun laws really do not resonate with the way that I see the world. Their abortion laws really do not resonate with the way that I see the world. But it isn't relevant. People aren't talking about it because it's a Western country. It's always so sneery to the Middle East. People not wanting a Winter World Cup. The World Cup is a world tournament. Football is the game of the people. In the entire world, it is an international language. So of course, if you believe that the World Cup belongs to the world, and of course you believe that because it makes the tournament so much better, you need to play it at different times because you have to factor in different climate. So don't be sneery about a Winter World Cup. If anything, a Winter World Cup is actually beneficial to the quality of football because footballers are at their peak rather than being knackered after a full season. We have just seen the best World Cup in history, and the reason is because it's in the winter. But we're snide about a Winter World Cup because it might impact negatively on our domestic season. It belongs to the world. And if the next World Cup is potentially awarded to a country where the climate will not be possible for an international sporting tournament in the summer, then it has to be winter. And obviously we'll be sneery about that. And it's just that standard hypocrisy that we are so used to now. In every publication, and it's just that standard hypocrisy that we're so used to now. In every publication, on every programme, this hypocrisy exists. Lionel Messi is wearing cultural Arabic clothing, and yet people immediately associate it with regimes. It isn't a regime garment. It is culturally Arabic dress that has been incredibly well received in the Arabic world. It's equivalent to Japanese people wearing kimonos, Mexican people wearing sombreros. And I tell you what, if England are to win the Euros in 2024 and Harry Maguire wants to put lederhosen on as he lifts a European trophy aloft in Berlin, I'm all for it. I have absolutely no issue with it, and crucially, neither will anyone else, because it isn't Arabic dress. So they're my feelings on the matter. I don't understand why people are so irate about this. I don't understand why people are being so snide and sneery towards Lionel Messi's decision. I think it's a kind, welcoming decision, an open, tolerant one, and one that pays respect to the host of the tournament. And let's face it, it's the best World Cup that we have ever had. Thank you for watching this video. Do you agree with my take on this? Do you think that I've got it right, or am I missing the point? Is there a broader political statement that's been made? I honestly don't think there is. And I guarantee that there is no way that there would be this hostile reaction from the press if it were any other culture. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, please give this video a like if you've enjoyed it. Click subscribe if you are new around here. And I hope to see you soon. In a bit.